Hi, my name is Sofía and I'm going to read an extract from a novel published in 2002 called The Lovely Bones by Ali Sebold. It is about a teenage girl who's murdered by her neighbor and how from her own heaven she watches her family struggle through her death. Chapter 9. In late January, Principal Caden had initiated the idea. "It will be good for your children and all the students at school," he said. He took it upon himself to organize the event at our church. My parents were like sleepwalkers, saying yes to his questions, nodding their heads to flowers or speakers. When my mother mentioned it on the phone to her mother, she was surprised to hear the words, "I'm coming." "But you don't have to, Mother." There was a silence on my grandmother's end. "Abigail," she said, "this is Susan's funeral." Grandma Lynn embarrassed my mother by insisting on wearing her used furs on walks around the block and by once attending a block party in high makeup. She would ask my mother questions until she knew who everyone was, whether or not my mother had seen the inside of their house, what the husband did for a living, or what cars they drove. She made a solid catalog of the neighbors. It was a way, I now realized, to try to understand her daughter better. A miscalculated circling, a sad, partnerless dance. "Jackie," my grandmother said as she approached my parents on the front porch. "We need some stiff drinks." She saw Lindsay then, trying to sneak up the stairs and gain a few more minutes before the required visitation. "Kids hate me," Grandma Lynn said. Her smile was frozen, her teeth perfect and white. "Mother," my mother said, and I wanted to rush into those ocean eyes of loss. "I'm sure Lindsay is just going to make herself presentable." "An impossibility in this house," said my grandmother. "Lynn," said my father, "this is a different house than the last time you were here. I'll get you a drink, but I ask you to respect that." "Still handsome as hell, Jack," my grandmother said. My mother took my grandmother's coat. Holiday had been closed up in my father's den as soon as Buckley had yelled from his post at the upstairs window. "It's Grandma!" my brother bragged to Nate or anyone who would listen that his grandmother had the biggest scars in the whole wide world. "You look lovely, Mother," my mother said. While my father was out of earshot, my grandmother said, "How is he?" "We're all coping, but it's hard."